Hello everyone, Atram and John here, and we are doing a holiday cube. Single
Merry
elimination.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas to everyone too. John, the pick.
Okay, so we got Owen Turtenwald passing to us, also known as the #1 player in the world right now. So what do you think he would pass us?
Well,
I think we just take Bitter Blossom.
Right, yeah, I was going to say, I think it's either Bitter Blossom or Force of Will that we take.
Yeah. Could be Force.
Could be Force. Do you think he's going to be in blue?
Probably.
Blue is the strongest color in the cube.
Yeah, green can be nuts.
Green can be nuts. Black is usually underdrafted, I feel.
Black is a little underdrafted.
So I think,
maybe Living Death of a Wheel. That card is pretty nuts.
So I think we just take the Bitter Blossom.
Yeah, let's take Bitter Blossom. And immediately we get packed.
The Abyss?
I do like some The Abyss.
Although I've seen the Abyss wheel before, but I don't trust it with Owen in the field, apparently.
The card is absurd.
Right. Other options are like Mom.
Time Spiral if we want to, try and go nuts.
We could. If Time Spiral comes back to us,
Which it won't.
I will take that as a sign. It won't come back to us, so I think we take the Abyss.
Yeah, since we already passed Force.
Right. If we hadn't passed Force, maybe we take Time Spiral, but I think we just take the Abyss.
Yeah, let's go with the Abyss. The card is nuts.
Ooh, we could do Ashiok.
Do you like Ashiok? Blue-black is a thing.
Other options are Murderous Cut, Sensei's Divining Top, and
Fiend is
Fiend.
Fine. Primeval Titan's like really annoying, but black-green's not really a thing.
Right. I think we take Ashiok and see if Murderous Cut wheels.
Okay. Slam Ashiok here. Goes well with the Abyss.
Right.
There's a Baleful Strix.
Baleful Strix is fine by me.
Baleful Strix is quite good in this
and
cube.
Doesn't die to the Abyss.
That's correct.
So,
although it dies to everything else. It's basically meant to die.
Right, it's meant to die, but it doesn't die to the Abyss.
Okay.
So we'll pick that up.
Strix.
Okay, so blue-black. I mean, we passed on the Force, which is unfortunate, but whatever.
I'm almost thinking Bitter Blossom is better in this cube anyways.
You think so?
Yeah. We've had quite some success with Bitter... Well, at least I have. I don't know if you have either.
It's hit or miss. If you can get a good, like,
Well, how about Skull Clamp?
I was just about to say, if you can get, like, a good equipment to go with it. How about Skull Clamp?
We'll slam Skull Clamp.
Skull Clamp, Bitter Blossom, draw 2 cards every turn?
Yeah,
lose 1 life. Lose 1 life, draw 2 cards. Lose 1 life, draw 2 cards. That's
alright.
Interesting.
Well, we could take, like, a Journey to Nowhere.
Could.
Or a Port.
Or we could take, like, Garrick.
Blue, black, green. He's so big, though.
He is so big.
I don't think you want to be doing that in this cube.
Probably not. Maybe it's just Journey to Nowhere for safety's sake.
Yeah. Esper usually... You end up being Esper a lot when you start out with stuff like this, so...
Right. Or we just take the Port.
Yeah, the Port would be more if you're on straight blue-black.
Which do you like better?
I like Journey.
Alright, we'll grab Journey. There's the Palancron for the combo deck, but...
It's a Nighthawk.
Nighthawk is perfectly reasonable here, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
So let's grab that.
Other option there is like...
So for right now, I'm going to stick this there until we see if Esper becomes a thing for us.
Okay.
I like both Dungeon Geist and Godless Shrine. Maybe more Dungeon Geist, but Dungeon Geist dies to the Abyss.
I kind of just like the Shrine.
Just for safety's sake, and it allows us to have a good chance of playing our Journey.
I think you usually end up being Esper 75% of the time. Or like another, blue, black, red, but usually
I'll stick it there for just the sec. Oh, well maybe we do just end up in
that's our finisher.
Yep, that gives us Esper with a finisher. Yeah, I think this is turning out fine.
Also doesn't die to the Abyss.
Doesn't die to the Abyss. We can pick up Mom.
Or Caracas.
Caracas might be a good choice because there's a lot of nuisancey things like Emrakul and whatnot.
Yeah, just random like...
Where they go like channel Emrakul and you just go, fuck you, Caracas.
Yeah, sneak attack.
Yeah. Okay, we can take
Show
Caracas.
and tell.
Uh, mm, mm.
Fruit's not bad.
Or we could just take this because it just is annoying to deal with.
We can take the 3/1 to kill the Skull Clamp. It more works against us. The fruit would be a more...
I think we just put this over here. We don't need the...
Yeah, we don't really need it. Grave Robber's okay, though.
Yeah, Grave Robber's a perfectly fine wheel. Massacre Worm, anyone?
That's perfect.
Gives us another finisher. Cloud
Good Ranger. Alright.
We'll see just how heavy we end up in the white eventually. Right now, I just want to have it as a splash, but you never know. So far, this is looking pretty decent.
Yeah, it's your standard Esper control. Or, sorry, what do they call it now? Is it still Esper?
It's still Esper.
Oh, okay.
It didn't get a new name.
Good.
They don't need to. They don't need to create new names for those. They had names for those. Now they have names for the other things.
Well, Tundra. I don't know what they do anymore.
I like Tundra and I like Hero's Downfall.
I like Tundra.
Okay. Well, we'll pick up the Tundra then. Bribery?
Yeah, let's take Bribery.
Bribery?
That card's stupid.
I've lost far too many times to that card. Oh! Bribery your Sundering Titan? Kill 4 of your 5 lands? Or kill 3 of your 4 lands? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's something.
So the thing about this cube is pretty much everyone has at least one just completely broken creature in their deck.
Right.
For us, it would be Sphinx at this point, but, like, Bribering and Embercool or something stupid like that.
Right. 5 mana, get target best creature from opponent's deck and kill them with it.
Yeah,
okay, moving along.
It's not a fair card. Pretty much none of the cards we have right now are fair. Except for Grave Robber.
Grave Robber's kind of fair. Journey's a little fair. Ashiok might be fair.
Ashiok can be completely just
Lingering
nuts.
Souls? Or
interesting.
I think it's one of
Might be
these two.
Gifts, even.
I think it's Gifts.
Well, I like either of those. I even like the lands, too, but... Right now, Gifts
make an argument for Gifts.
Well, Unbarrow Rights usually is a very late wheel, but it's very, very good with Gifts.
Okay. I could definitely see playing Lingering Souls in this deck, though, too.
I do like Lingering Souls, too.
But I think I like the Gift, because we can still even just hit, like, Sphinx, Bribery, Abyss, something, and our opponent's just left with no good choice out of the deal.
There's just a lot of options with that card.
Okay.
Well, there's Stoneforge to go get Skull Clamp, and possibly a sword in the next pack.
Right. I think we take Stoneforge here. I mean, looking at this, the other option's what? Frost Titan?
Elspeth.
Oh, Elspeth as well. I was looking more on the keeping the double white out for a moment, but we actually have a lot of white fixing, so... I think it's just Stoneforge, right?
Yeah, it has the most potential.
Balance. Or opposition to go with, Bitter Blossom.
Opposition Bitter Blossom is really dumb.
I think we take the opposition. Hey guys, can I play?
No, Obliterator, you're not allowed to obliterate today.
In your corner, Obliterator. In your corner.
You like it over Balance?
I think we're more of a controlling deck, which Balance is not. Well, Balance... I like both of them.
Balance is one of the dumbest cards ever printed. So is Opposition, to be fair. But...
Right. I think Opposition works better in our deck right now. Maybe?
All we have is Bitter Blossom, really.
Okay, we can take Balance. I'm fine with Balance.
Yeah, I think Balance is just too good.
Time
Twister? That's a late Time Twister.
Or we could take, like, mana fixing.
Time Twister isn't really the greatest in our deck.
Right. It's like, that's a late Time Twister, but, I think I'd rather take this fixing.
So do we need blue-black or blue-white more?
Blue-black, because this is blue-white and that's black-white.
Yeah, let's take blue-black.
How about Gideon?
Perfect. Gideon
is Smokestack plus Bitter Blossom.
That's funny, but Smokestack seems to never work out. I don't know what it is with that. It always looks good on paper, and then
you play it and you're like, oh.
Wow, Moloku.
That's a late Moloku. There's also Disfigure, which I'm perfectly fine with, but I think Maloku just gets the pick.
Yeah, Maloka gets the pick. Maybe we can shove one of the other finishers to the side at this point. Does that do anything? Because
It's
Skin Render
Skull
is...
Clamp, Baleful Strix, and Sphinx.
I'm not a fan of that tutor in general. Kind of like Skin Render.
Alright, let's take a Skin Render then. So right now we have 17 playables in the deck.
Yeah. And with the Maloku, we're probably not playing one of Sphinx or Massacre Worm just for mana purposes.
We might play the Sphinx, but we probably won't play the Massacre Worm.
Yeah, we'll see.
Uh,
It's a Banisher Priest.
sure. I don't think it's the greatest for us, but
Yeah, maybe it's a board card.
probably a sideboard. Oh, we can take the Adhikar Wastes or the Caves.
So
I
once
think
again,
we're more black-white than blue-white.
yeah, at this point, plus there's more double black cards in the next pack.
Right.
Double black just shows up more often than double white
Yeah.
or double
Hatred.
Electrolyze, yeah. It's not looking too bad.
This isn't too bad. It definitely needs something to make it work, to tie it together still. But
We could use like some Ras, maybe
Or
like a
maybe
Jace would be an
Jace
awesome.
Mind Sculptor, yeah, I'd be on with Jace.
A couple swords,
Okay.
channel.
I'm pulling that. I don't trust anyone with that card.
Batterskull would be great.
Which are we more doing?
Probably the Finnhorn.
Okay.
I don't think the guy next to us is green anyway, because look at that. We just Channel Awakening Zone.
Right, this guy's
Oh.
not green, definitely, so...
And I'm pretty sure Owen is not green either, from what we've seen here. But he could be.
Dak, Kozilek, Grim Monolith, Sower. Bone
Bone
Shredder,
Shredder.
Dismember, Compulsive Research. I think it's Sower.
I think it is Sower.
Card's just good.
Anytime you can 2-for-1 them. Sometimes they just can't beat that card.
Right.
You just win. Although Bone Shredder has been growing on my list of cards I
Right.
like in this cube.
Bone Shredder, ripping Emrakul to shred.
Yeah, they go show and tell, putting in Emrakul, you put in Bone Shredder. Okay, here's a Wrath. Oh, there's also Recurring Nightmare, which is one of the dumbest cards ever printed.
Recurring Nightmare plus Bitter Blossom does seem insane.
There's also Upheaval, which is, again, one of the dumbest cards ever printed.
Right. You need a lot of excess mana when you cast it so you can re-establish a board position.
Maybe we just take the Wrath.
I think we just take this Wrath instead of that Wrath.
Yeah.
Okay.
Although Recurring Nightmare is dumb, don't get me wrong,
I
but
think it's still just this.
yeah, it's the Wrath in our deck, I think.
Right.
I'd like to see the Whiffering Cloudskate wheel there. Thoughtseize is great.
Yes, I think Thoughtseize will work very well for us. Archangel?
Or
Masticore.
Grave
Titan.
Titan.
Maybe we cut Massacre Worm
Yeah.
and put Grave Titan in that spot.
Grave Titan is dumb.
So we have 20 current playables. So we need to pick up more cards, obviously, but there's still this entire pack to go.
I can't believe they reprinted in another core set. They did it 2 core sets in a row.
Right. You'd think they would have learned the first time they did it.
That was so stupid.
Then they're like, maybe Standard didn't learn yet.
Okay, D-Sphere is good. There's that Tendrils.
We would have been waiting a long time to hopefully see that Tendrils.
Yeah.
But we'll take a D-Sphere. It's a solid removal spell. So we're kind of a control deck. This Stoneforge Mystic's looking worse and worse now, though.
Yeah, Mystic is not great. Still searches up Skull Clamp, which is not bad.
Still searches up the Skull Clamp, but then it just kind of goes, oh,
I'm a 1-2.
yeah. We might end up cutting it as things go along. We'll have to see, obviously.
Forgot what we took Stoneforge over.
Me too.
Something probably insane.
I think it was something mediocre, not insane. I think Stoneforge was one of the better cards, and we were just like, Stoneforge.
Yeah. It is one of the best cards if you have,
Right.
anything.
Right. If we'd hit any one of the swords, I
Yeah,
would.
any of the swords, Batterskull.
Right. Unfortunately, you will never see one of those come around this
I
late.
even like Manruki Gusari.
To kill everyone else's equipment?
Yeah.
Okay. What options do we have here?
Tezzeret to do nothing. Parallax Wave to be annoying. Scroll Rack to do basically nothing.
And Kami. So, it's one of these three. Which is the best for us? Probably one of these two.
Yeah. Scroll Rack doesn't do anything.
Do we have any ways to shuffle our deck?
No.
Yeah, so maybe it's just Parallax Wave.
Yeah.
Or we could just cut someone's Pernicious Deed.
Nah, we can beat that card.
Okay. How about Marsh Flats? Or Vamp Tutor?
Wow.
Or Thada.
Survival.
Or Emeria Angel. I see 4 cards here.
It's probably just the land, but let's see. Is Tutor good enough for us?
I mean, it does do some work.
Tutor is usually not the worst.
Maybe I just take the Tutor.
It is card disadvantage. We don't really have a Sphinx's Revelation or anything to get it back.
Right, we don't have any card draw in our deck, unfortunately, aside from Skull Climb. And I guess Baleful
And
Strix.
Skull Clamp, yeah.
Maybe it is still just Tutor.
Yeah. I could see the land there. I wouldn't fault anyone for taking land.
Sure.
I'm not going to play any of these cards, but... Oh, does it... Oh. Maybe it was Academy Run.
Academy Runes could have gotten back?
Sphinx.
Oh, Strix and Sphinx.
Yeah.
In this case, it's Bone Shredder, right?
Yeah.
Oh. So we're at 24, so we can cut Stoneforge now.
Yeah. Wall of Omens is okay.
Wall of Omens is fine. I've got no problem with that. So what do we cut now?
Grave Robber, probably. Unexpectedly Absent is not bad
Yeah,
either.
I like that card. You say Grave Robber gets a cut. You think so? Maybe like Parallax Wave.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll think about it.
Well, we'll grab that. Then I'm going to
Hoof.
just cut that because screw that.
Yeah. Revelark does not do anything, right? Oh, it gets back Bone Shredder and...
It gets back actually a decent number of things. It gets back Sower, Bone Shredder, Wall, Baleful. That's from a different draft. Baleful, Grave Robber, and we took it, apparently, because I was talking too long.
15th pick, Gaia's Cradle. That's funny.
No, I will take the 44th pick, Pernicious Deed, instead.
Yeah.
Where did it go?
What, Revelark?
Well, Revelark actually does some decent stuff, though, as I was saying.
Yeah.
Gets back Maloku.
Oh, it gets back Sower, which is actually nuts.
Sower, Maloku, Nighthawk.
Okay, it's good. It's good.
I think I take out Parallax Wave.
Yeah, right now. Probably even Sphinx at this point. It's like, maybe...
It's a sideboard versus red-green.
Yeah. And then this is 24.
Yeah, so we need to cut one more. So what's our one more cut? This card goes over here-ish.
Yeah. I'm thinking either Bone Shredder, Unexpectedly Absent, or... Well, I kind of like Bone Shredder now that we have Revelark.
Right. Might just
Maybe
be Unexpectedly Absent.
Yeah, it could just be...
Maybe like... Actually, I think it's just this.
Yeah.
I mean, the card's good, don't get me wrong. But I think it's the weakest card that we got, right?
Could make a case for Grave Robber being not great. And it sometimes isn't.
Right. I mean, either Grave Robber is going to be insane or it's going to be awful.
The problem with Unexpectedly Absent is that it doesn't actually get rid of the threat permanently. It's,
right.
Oh,
and,
we can't beat that card?
We
oh,
don't have... And we don't have any, like, counter spells in our deck.
Yeah,
so.
we have 0 counter spells.
Yeah, I think it's Unexpectedly Absent over Grave Robber because of that.
Possibly, yeah. So because the gifts package can go get, like, Wrath, Unexpectedly Absent, Detention Sphere, and...
Abyss or something?
Abyss, yeah. So I think we need 4.
Right. Oh, so you want Unexpectedly Absent?
Over Grave Robber.
Over
possibly.
Grave Robber. Okay, sure. That's fine. Alright, yeah. So let's see how our mana's looking here. So our symbols in our deck, we are Wub.
Weberg.
No, just wub. White is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Blue is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And our black is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's actually pretty straight on even.
Yeah.
So our lands produce.
Unfortunately, we don't have really anything to do with Caracas, but it's just insurance against
Right, it's just an
dumb
insurance
creatures.
policy.
Bounces Moloku, I guess.
Sometimes you just want an insurance policy, John.
Life insurance.
So this is what our lands currently produce. So it's going to be slightly less plains than swamps are going to be the most, followed by plains and islands, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
That can't be right. It has to be like that. Or something like that. Maybe like that.
This doesn't make sense. What are the sticky notes?
Okay, so the sticky notes showed that we had this and we need it like this. So maybe it's... But because we have 1, 2, 3, 4 lands that produce white, I put one less plains. Because we don't need double white till turn 5. Or turn 4, I guess. Maybe it's just 4, 4, 4. No, because we have the extra white from Caracas. I think this is right.
Yeah.
Because we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 7 white sources, we have 6 blue sources, and then we have 8 black sources.
Yeah.
I think this is right. Their suggestion was like 4, or no, 3, something like 4, 3, 5, or 4, 4, 5, or whatever. Point being, I think this is right.
Yep.
So we submitted, and we'll see you all in round